Hi everybody, it's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm here with the last installment, episode 6, on the bonus videos on using your Stamparatus. I think you're going to really love this, and you're going to realize that having a Stamparatus is just something that you need and you can't live without. And there's techniques that you can do. As you've seen all the different videos, there's things that you can't do if you don't have the Stamparatus. So today I'm going to show you it's not the last thing, but it is the last in my series. There's probably a million other things you can do with it, but I'm just focusing on these 6. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take you down to my desk here. I'm using a stamp here from the You Are Amazing stamp set. I'm going to use this thought bubble right here and show you a way to color that like a rainbow. And then I'm going to show you the finished card. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a piece of, I've got basic white paper. You can do whatever color, basic white, very vanilla, depending on what you're using. And then I'm using the bubble, and I'm going to use my a variety of rainbow colors of ink pads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Post-it notes, and I've got some here I've been playing with. So they are, they do have a little color on them, but I've let them sit and dry, so I'm not worried about there getting any color into my ink pad. So I'm going to start with the Post-it note, and I'm just putting it on an angle because I want my rainbow to be on an angle. And then remember, just as a review, it's always easiest if you have a stamp case, an empty stamp case, or something of that equal height under your Stamparatus to use just as a buffer there to keep that as a level. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up in the real red. I'm using real red, and I'm just going to make sure it's all inked up. Then I'm going to remove my Post-it note. Let me get the real red out of the way, and then I'm going to stamp it. Okay, I'm going to push down on my piece of paper, and as you can see, that's not the best. Actually, there must have been a little hair in there, so no problem. That's actually good that it's on there, because then I can show you. It's a little fuzz, is what it is. That I can go ahead and put my Post-it note back on there, and I can go ahead and ink it back up with the red. So if you don't get a good image, you can always go back. That's the dandiness of having the Stamparatus. And then I'm going to stamp it back. That looks great. I'm really happy with that. And then without even taking that ink off, I'm going to take another Post-it note. This one's got some color on it, but it's dry. And I'm just going to go right over that color right there. Now I'm kind of pushing it down on my Stamparatus. It doesn't want to stick here too much because of the ink that's on there. And then I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to be doing a striped effect. So I've got red, and then I think I'm going to go with the blue. Actually, I think I am going to go with the yellow against the red. Okay, so I'm inking up. I'm going to remove both Post-it notes. Remember, I'm stamping with a Stamparatus, so I don't have to remove that red that was already on there, because it's just going to go right on top of here. And then I'm going to push down. Okay, and so now I've got a red and a yellow stripe. You can see where I'm going with that. I'm going to take my next kind of dirty Post-it note, but you could use clean ones. I failed to mention you can also use painter's tape. That works perfectly fine too. I just like to use the Post-it notes. I usually have them on my desk, so that's the easiest for me. Now I'm going to do another stripe. Let's see. Trying to get that parallel. Probably got my head right in your way there. And I think I'm going to go, let's see, I've got red and yellow. I think I'm going to go with the green, and I'm using Just Jade. And I'm going to ink that up. I'm making sure that I'm getting that. Let me get that on there right. Okay. Might take a little bit of fussing to put that down. I want to make sure I got plenty of ink there. There we go. Okay, I like that better. I'm going to remove my Post-it notes. These are getting a little inky, but honestly, if I just let them dry, they'll be fine to use on another project. They just take a little bit to get all that ink dry. Okay, I'm pressing it down. Okay, so now I've got my red, my yellow, my green, And now I'm going to finish with my blue. So I'm going to put my Post-it note over that green. I'm going to bring in my Pacific Point. Okay, that looks good. Got just a little edge. I just want a little, it could go a little bit more. I want those to meet up. So I'm going to put that down like that. Apply a little more ink. There we go. That's the nice thing about the Stamparatus. You can always go back and fix it. So I'm finishing with my blue. Okay, so there I've got my rainbow effect, and then I'm going to show you the finished card. So I went ahead and cut this out, and then I finished my happy birthday card. It's really cute. You can see the little rainbow here, and then I've added some rhinestones and popped up the greeting on top. So super, super cute. I'm going to hold it up here under the light so you can see it. So that is a way to use the Stamparatus. And then a little bit different way. The only way you can get this effect really is using a Stamparatus. You can't do this without a stamp positioner. So it's kind of fun to have that option. So I'm going to just pop up the information on the Stamparatus. If you're interested in purchasing it, you can go to my website at createwithme.stampinup.net. And there's the Stamparatus number and the host code that I currently have open. So I hope you've enjoyed all the 6 videos on using your Stamparatus to the best of your ability. They are all in a playlist, so you can always message me, or if you want to see my Teach Me Tuesdays, you can visit me on Facebook at Create With Me. Thank you, everybody. Bye.